Hey, well, it's very good to another edition of Unbreakable podcast. It is Friday, July the 19th. Beautiful day here, possibly. That it is gorgeous. It's like a spring day. It is beautiful. So we got down into the 60s last night. Great sleeping. I, I'll take this on. Blue sky, lovely, sunshine. Oh, it's gorgeous. All right. So we get a little break from the beat for that week. So probably the moon's been storm. A couple of things we're going to talk about. First thing, the Phillies are coming back tonight. We're going to talk about the Phillies. But what did that one? That shit crazy stuff at the political dimension. That, that, talking nuts. I tell you what. So they got Hulk. Yeah, but that makes the whole thing legit. You got Hulk Hogan and a convention, the last level of the convention. That's the way you win it. And the Hulkster, I like the Hulkster. I think it's probably really nice. Maybe the steroids are back. Right? I don't know. But so tearing shirt off, it only be considered restricted as a truck that's going and shit. So he was a very good way about it. And this is the guy who used the red word at the Watson. The other brought another guy on who also used the red word, although they want Chuck who uses it. So here's the thing. Truck comes on, they got this big flashing truck sign. It's like a casino in the back when he walks on stage. One of his bankrupt casinos. Right? How does a guy, now answer this for me. How does a guy lose money owning a casino? Doesn't the casino always win? They do. So how did he go bankrupt with all those casinos? Then what the hell? Anyway, so he went on last night. I think it's the first time in the history of conventions, Democrat, Republicans, that somebody invoked the name of Hannibal Lecter. How about that, huh? Hannibal Lecter. This guy was going off on a tangent, 90 minutes of shit. That's all it was. It was about himself, me. Stop with the unity stuff. He said he wrote a new speech, and he said he couldn't help himself. So he went to, that's what we need. We need a president who can't help himself around the nuclear codes. Everybody might be saying, don't, Mr. President, don't push that button, don't. Hey, I can't help myself. And there you go, right? So that shit crazy. And he was up there sweating like a pig, there's sweat pouring down on him. And some idiot in the crowd, I gotta say this, of course, there's a crowd full of idiots there. But one idiot was popping balloons. Now, don't you think a guy who maybe just was shot at like 5 days ago, don't you think that would really upset him a little bit if you're popping? I don't know. Melania was there. She didn't look too pleased at all. And the whole truck clan was sitting in their boxes there. And it was just surreal, it was crazy. And just people, I think people were thinking, do we really want 4 more years of this shit? I mean, this guy going on and on with the speech. I mean, that people actually, it was a friendly crowd to jump, and they were bored. You could tell they were yawning, they were bored, they wanted to get the hell out of here and party, right? So, but the media does not call it like it is. The media are like, well, it looks like Trump reverted back to his old self again. Yeah. Of course, they talk about how confused he was and the fact that he used a lot of words that didn't belong, and he was like rambling. They didn't talk about that. But they talk about President Biden. Oh, got it. The convention's over. They'll talk about President Biden. Still hounding him. Hopefully he's getting better from his COVID. And he said he plans to get back on the campaign trail next week. I don't know. At this point in time, I would vote for a cardboard person rather than Trump. They could put a cardboard person in the White House there. Democrat, I'd vote for that cardboard person. That's how much I can't stand this Donald Trump. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Well, we'll see what happens with the Democrats this week. To me, it would be great if Biden could do the job, let him do the job. If he feels he can't do the job, don't do the job. It's simple, right? And then you get Vice President Harris there to do the job. So I don't know what the whole spiel is here. Why is it so confusing? If the man can do the job, let him do the job. If he can't do the job, get somebody else. That's the way I think of it. But we're running out of time. They gotta either get behind President Biden or not. Make up your mind. You know the old saying, this is what my parents used to say all the time. Shit or get off the pot. Remember that old saying? Shit or get off the pot. You gotta do one or the other. Right? Don't just mamby-pamby in between stuff. Oh, no, that's not good. All right, enough of that. Phillies coming back tonight. There it is, Phillies coming back. Thank God. This has been a long week. You know, if the Phillies were really bad, let's say like the Marlins, or something like that, I wouldn't look forward to the Phillies coming. I would say stay on break. I don't care. Go to hell. But the Phillies have a great team. They're going to win the World Series. I told you that. They're going to play the Baltimore Orioles to the World Series, and they're going to beat them. And so, I think I'm in London. Big Ben. Anyway, so I said I want the Phillies back so they can get hot again in the second half, close out the division, and get into the playoffs and get to the World Series and win it. That's what I want. And they're fun to watch. I love to watch the Phillies. So they're in Pittsburgh today. Pittsburgh. The thing is, the Pirates are not pitching Paul Skeens, that young rookie phenom, this weekend. I was kind of disappointed in that. I wanted to see the Phillies go up against Skeens. He probably would have struck out about 14 guys, but, it would have been fun to see him pitch against Bryce Harper and the rest of the boys. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen, which is kind of good news. The Phillies should take that series out there. And then they go to Minnesota. And, the Twins are sad. They're all right. But they're not top of tier team, so to speak. So, Phillies should have a good road trip. Then they come back home and they play the Guardians and the Yankees. How about that? Oh, all right. Speaking of which, the 2025 schedule came out yesterday for the Phillies. Jesus, we're looking. We still have the second half to play, right? We got the 2025. I looked at it. I'm already thinking about different games I want to get for next year. What stood out to me was a couple of things. The Dodgers come in early in April. When did the Dodgers ever come in that early? And then the Phillies don't go to LA until the middle of September. How about that? They play the Dodgers at one end of the schedule, and then they play the Dodgers again at the back end of the schedule. That's kind of weird. And I noticed the Phillies are home next 4th of July. It's a Friday night, 4th of July. They're playing Cincinnati. That'll be a fun weekend series. The Phillies are never home on the 4th of July. In fact, there's been 4th of Julys lately where they don't even play. But they are playing on 4th of July at home this year. So that should be fun. There's Phillies going to have a good schedule next year, a home schedule. I was already looking. The Orioles are coming back in August. That's a must series. And the Seattle Mariners are coming in August. And Mike Trout and the Angels. Unless Mike Trout is on the Phillies by then, you never know. But they're coming in July. So it's going to be fun. Hey, the Eagles are just a week away from training camp. Can you believe that? Eagle football is coming up. Once we get into training camp, that's it. That's it. From the week until all the way till February, Eagle football. Right? So it's not that far away, you know? It's not that far away. That first game of the season down in Brazil against Green Bay, that's coming up. Before you know it, we'll be here. So NFL football right around the corner again. Huh? That's a lot of fun. I love the NFL. So I think that's about it. Oh, birthday today. The most famous guy that stood out to me was Brian May, the guitarist of Queen. I love Brian. And guess what? Brian May is not only one of the great guitarists in rock and roll, he is also an astrophysicist. Yes, I'm not kidding you. That guy can talk about space, sending people up to Mars, and do a riff on it at the same time. So brilliant mind, isn't he? Hey, before I forget, did you hear about this computer thing this morning overnight? All these computers going down overnight, some kind of security glitch or something. That's kind of scary. Hey guys, wherever you dogs and everything can be too. Wow. Maybe because I don't pay them. Shit. But anyway, yeah, the computers like that. That's kind of scary. You know, hospitals look like the 911 systems, airplanes, airlines, and then schedule. That was always like one of my big fears, you know? That could be like the next thing. I don't really think. Like, imagine if you want to computer. I tell you what, in the 90s, when the computers were just starting to come in, I was a social worker that thing. I used to love doing my notes. I would just jump behind the listening station, grab a chart, get my handy dandy pen out. I always loved gel pens and write out a note real quick and go to the next chart, write out a note, go to the other. Old school. I love old school stuff. Once they switched over to like everything on the computer, it was very efficient and a bit quicker. I'll get to that. But it wasn't, I had it in my mind, okay, you're putting all your notes and stuff in. What happens if the computer ever crashes or goes down, right? Is there all that information you have there, is it lost? No, what the hell? I always have, just like tickets now, okay? Everything is online on your phone, you know? Very rarely do you see a paper ticket anymore, which is a shame because you used to save paper tickets. And I don't have any anymore. I wish I did, but I wish I would have saved every ticket stub I ever had. Can you think about it? Think about all the concerts you've been to in your life, all the sporting events, right? If you had a ticket stub, if you saved that ticket stub, imagine what kind of scrapbook that would be. All the memories, you go through it, and you said, well, there, I was at the NFC Championship game back in 2017, which I was. You go back, you just say, oh, there you go. I was at that concert back in 1995 or whatever, you know? And stuff like that, you know? So paper tickets are very, very rare anymore. Everything is online. But what I always worry about is, okay, you get up to the line to get into the venue. What if your phone stops working? What if things collapse like they did overnight, right? What happens? How are you going to get in? I don't know. To me, sometimes old school is the best way to go. There is nothing wrong with it. So the new thing is quicker. Zip, zip, you're through the line. So what? I'd rather have the ticket in my little hand, you know, that you could not only get through into the venue, but you could save the stuff. They used to rip it off, rip it there in half, you save one stub, they get the other, and you take your stuff out and you put it in a scrapbook and you save it. That's the memories, right? How you going to save it in a phone? You can't do it. Ah. All right, I'll stop ranting, baby. I sound like the old man in the cloud, like God, I'm 114 years old and I don't like it anymore. Anyway, all right, that's enough. Everybody have a great weekend, huh? It's beautiful. Maybe you're down the shore and hopefully you're having a good time down there. Maybe you're up in the mountains. Yeah, whatever. I hope you have fun. Summer weekend, you can't ask for more than this, right? Let the good times roll. I tell you, savor it. Savor the weekend. Savor the summertime. Everybody take care. Peace and love to you. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Before I forget, what the hell am I thinking? Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. I got something to show you before you leave. There it is. Budster. Ah, there he is. There he is. The patron saint of this Unbreakable podcast, the Budster himself. There he is with his little Christmas bow tie. Doesn't he look dapper and handsome, huh? Bud, we love you and we miss you. Yes, we do. Oh my God, little Bud. All right, everybody, take care. Peace and love. I'll see you soon. Bye.